Hello and welcome to another quick E2 tutorial. This one's going to be on making a homing missile with just the E2 chips. I named this E2 missile. Okay, so for the pure E2 missile, which is why I named this E2 missile, all you really need to know is you need to know your target's position, and I'm going to add additional so you can actually activate it. You don't need outputs or anything silly like that because it's just the E2. We're going to use the apply force method. So now what we want to do is if first or do finished, then we're going to do run on tick. I'm just going to do run on tick like 5 or something because I don't want to have it run on every tick because that'd be a little bit too much. So now I'm going to do if on. If you don't understand this, you should probably go look up basic E2 tutorial. I probably have one, but if I don't have one on what you want to see, just let me know in a comment and I'll probably get around to it unless it's, not necessary. But, we'll see. So we want to do if on, so if it's on, obviously. Then we want the force, which is going to be a vector, equals the target's position minus our position, which will get us the difference, and then what we really have to do now is just apply force, and now we will go towards the target. I'm going to go down with that really quickly. Well, actually, I'm going to do it a little bit differently, because I'm debating how I want to do this. Yeah, let's do it like that. Okay, so I'm going to get myself a missile, and by missile I mean some random pole. That will do. Okay, so put the missile chip on here, and then if I turn it on with a button, it will go flying really, really far because the target position is currently 0, 0, 0. So, whoops, target on missile. It was nice knowing you. Apparently, it's not going to go as fast as I thought it was, but it is trying to get to 0, 0, 0. If we put it out in space, you'll be able to see it more clearly. It just goes flying outwards. But I don't want to lose it. Actually, I do want to lose it because I'm not going to use it anymore. But essentially, that's all you really need to do. It does have an issue. It is a bit slow. So if you really want to make it go faster, all you have to do is you type force times equals like 10 or something, and then it'll be 10 times faster. If you really want to go crazy, you'd be like, I want to kill everything. And then it'll go really fast. I mean, it won't go exactly that fast because it's kind of a big number. I'm just going to stick with 10 because I'm a sane person. Now it'll go quickly when you do this. Another thing you can do if you want to troll people is there's one chip I made, which was I'm just make it like troll missile. This might not be the best thing to teach people how to do, but whatever. So all you need is just that, and then you want to do find player or find. I remember find. I'm just going to define in sphere because that's going to be easy. Entity pause. This will be finding a sphere around us within like 100,000 or something, and then find result. I believe it is, yes. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to just whatever. I'm just gonna do it like this. Find it in sphere, and then okay. So what I did, it was find by class, player, asterisk. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna do a couple more things. By the way, if all you want to do is learn how to make the basic missile, you don't have to keep watching. If you want to learn how to troll people incessantly with missiles, you should keep watching. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do run on tick. I'm going to do 5 again so it doesn't do too much. I'm going to do find by class player, and then we want to do find sort by distance. Actually, we're going to do one more thing first. I'm going to do has target equals find to array count greater than 0, 1, 0 has target. Then what we want to do, find sort by distance. Is welded to. Okay, so what this does, if I did it right, what did I do wrong? Oh, right, it's a method. Anyway, or a function. Anyway, okay, so what this does, has targets, so essentially if there's anything in the, that we found, if there are any players, which there should always be one, then we'll say has target equals 1. If has target, wait, actually we are going to need some variables, outputs, has target, we don't actually need ID. Okay, so this is going to be, find sort by distance, then I'm going to do if target equals, right, target entity, target equals find to array ID entity. What the hell? Yeah. Anyway, okay, so the target is going to be equal to the entity number. So, for example, find to array, we're going to do the first one, and then we're going to do this. Check target name equals Kytuzian. Because I don't want it to kill me, then I'm going to have it ID plus equals 1, and then I'm also going to go ahead down here and do if ID is greater than find to array dot count. I know it's not a dot, but I'm used to programming like that. Then ID equals 1, essentially, because we just wanted to keep looping around until it finds something that's applicable. And then here, we want to just go ahead and do otherwise, it is safe to attack it, so we're just going to do force equals, I'm just going to do about 100 times the target cause minus entity is welded to position, and then we're just going to apply force to, actually we're going to do entity is welded to apply force. So essentially what this does is it'll sort the targets by distance, then it will find a target based on the ID we have. If the target's name is Kytuzian, it will not attack it. It will instead increment the ID. If the ID is too high, it will set it down to 1, essentially it'll go back around. If it's not me, then it will set the force to something and it will just launch whatever this thing is attached to at the target. Unfortunately, we don't have any other people on the server patrol right now, so we're just going to use NPCs. I'm going to get out an NPC, like you. And I'm going to get out an explosive barrel, like you. And that totally missed. Okay, so here's the final code. I just had to fix a couple things. One thing is you have to set the ID to 1, because otherwise the array will start at 0, and you don't want that because the array doesn't actually start at 0, so then it'll just go shooting towards the edge of the world. Another thing is I just switch all the entity is welded to's to just null entity. You have to put parentheses around here, otherwise it'll multiply the target position by 50. Dang order of operations. And now it works. So let's say we have a couple of Metro Police, and then we're over here and we want to ruthlessly and brutally murder them because they're Metro Police or some other totally justifiable reason. So then all you have to do is you attach the chip to it, and boom, it just goes flying towards them and kills them. Like that. You can increase the number if you want to go faster, but it's usually a pretty effective tool for, completely messing with people, especially since it's so easy to set up. All you really have to do, I'm going to turn the force by 100 to 100. Because it's really easy to set up, all you need to do is just put it onto something. It doesn't even have to be a barrel, you can put it onto anything, and it'll just go flying at them. Sometimes it'll be lethal, other times it'll just be really peculiar. Like, if I put this giant bridge, for example, on, it'll just sort of, glide towards them, and I think it'll kill them since they have so little health. Yeah, you'll just have like a bridge following you around, so I don't know if you're into that kind of thing, but if you are, you can have it. So anyway, thanks for watching, and goodbye. Don't troll people unless, you know, they're asking for it. Or you own the server and they can do pretty much whatever you want. But, you know. Thanks for watching, goodbye. Have a nice day.